The next question is question number 14. This question is question number 14. And question number 4, we are going to read the passage. The passage is, will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old, unhappy, far-off things, and the battles long ago. Oh, is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today? Read it once again. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers of flow for old, unhappy, far-off things, and battles long ago. Or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today? The question is, the lines above shows that the persona is. Remember that the persona is telling them to tell him what she sings, which means he is not comprehending, he's not understanding what the girl is singing. So the plaintive number flows for old, unhappy, far-off things, and battles long ago. Or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today? The persona is asking them whether those things the girl is singing, whether they are things of old or familiar things of today, that he is not comprehending them. Let's look at the options. Option A, we have, so hates the works of the girl. Option B, understands the girl's songs. Option C, does not understand the girl's language. Option D, is no much in love with the girl. Right option there is option C, does not understand the girl's language. When you go through the passage, you will understand. Had it been he comprehended the girl's language, he wouldn't have asked this question. Will no one tell me what she sings? Which means the right answer is option D, does not understand the girl's language. Next question is question number 15. Question number 15 is equally from the passage. Question is, the lines above end in a literary device known as. Okay, we have irony. Option B, we have conceit. Option C, we have transferred epithet. Option D, we have a rhetorical question. In literature, rhetorical question means those questions without answer. In rhetorical question is a leading question, whereby the questioner subtly presents his question as if expecting to get the anticipated response. So anytime you ask question, be it in poem, novel, or drama, that question you ask, the question we take as a rhetorical question. You ask the question as if you are expecting an answer, but nobody will be there to answer you. Look at this. Assuming you want people to revolt against possibly an exploiting employer, they ask this kind of question. Who among you does not want to be liberated? Tell me, who among you wants to die in poverty? Invariably, nobody would say he wants to. Definitely, through a persuasive way of this nature, a rhetoric and the rhetorical question achieve their purpose. Rhetorical question is a question in which no answer or reply is expected. Such a question, or the purpose of rhetorical question, is to lay great emphasis on something and to show a deep feeling for it. Answer in question number 15 is the rhetorical question. I have explained the meaning of rhetorical question. Transferred epithet means is an adjective or epithet transferred from the noun it originally modifies to another noun in the sentence, often to create a vivid and evocative effect. A transferred epithet is an adjective or epithet transferred from the noun it originally modifies to another noun in the sentence, often to create a vivid and evocative effect. Example of such in literature is the sleepy moon. Aware that the moon cannot sleep, it means that the night is peaceful. The right answer there is rhetorical question. In question number 15, the right answer is D, rhetorical question. Question is question number 16. Let us read what we have in question number 16 before we answer the question. What we have there is this. O incomprehensible God, shall my pilot be? My inborn stars to that final call to thee. What we have in the passage once again is this. O incomprehensible God, shall my pilot be? My inborn stars to that final call to thee. Question is, the literary device used in the first line is, what we have there is, oh incomprehensible God. But there we are addressing God as if God is present. We are talking to God as if God is with us. Oh incomprehensible God. We are going to find out the literary device used in the first line. Options we have in option A, Bilisk. Option B, rhetoric. Option C, passion. Option D, apostrophe. Let's explain what we have in the options. In option A, we have Bilisk. Bilisk means a comic or exaggerated imitation or version of something intended to make it look ridiculous. But in literature, we have what we call parody. Parody is when you imitate another person, another writer's way of writing, in order to mock that writer or to ridicule that writer, we call it parody. If you imitate a writer's work, in order to mock that writer, in order to ridicule the writer, we call it parody. Rhetoric means this is the art of using words persuasive in speech and writing. To use persuasive words in speech and writing, we call it rhetoric. Rhetoric involves a manner in which the listener would be persuaded to respond in the way the speaker wants. If you study a work called Julius Caesar, you will find out that Mark Antony made extensive use of rhetoric there, written by William Shakespeare. But the best, the most celebrated literary giant we have in the world is William Shakespeare. Option C is passion. We all know what we mean by passion. Option D is apostrophe. Apostrophe, you address something that is not present or an object as if that thing can hear what you are saying. A good example of apostrophe is when I said, "Oh, Mother Africa, come and save thy children." I'm talking to Mother Africa directly, as if Mother Africa is here with us. So let us go to the question once again and find out the right answer, the right figure of speech, the right thing they use in that, oh, incomprehensive God. Right answer is option D, apostrophe. In apostrophe, we talk to somebody that is not present or an object as if that thing is present. Remember they said, oh, incomprehensible God. The person idea is addressing God as if God is with them. Question is question number 17. Question is also based on John Donne's poem called The Sun Rising. A. Illumination after darkness. B. An unnecessary evil. D. A necessary evil. D. A light provider. So which one is the answer there? Remember we have the juicy old fool, unruly son. Let us look at the word. Will you address something you like in that manner? Will you call something you like busy old fool? Will you call something you like unruly son? Right answer is option B, an unnecessary evil. The next is question number 18. Let's read the passage before we answer the question. The body perishes, the heart stays young. The platter wears away with staged food. No log returns its back when old. No lover is peaceful while the rival weeps. The theme of the poem above is... Let us go through it again once again. The body perishes, the heart stays young. The platter wears away with staged food. No log returns its back when old. No lover is peaceful while the rival weeps. The theme of the poem above is... The question is that we should state the theme of the poem above. So what do we mean by theme? Theme is all about what you understand, what you comprehend, what the poem talks to you is what we call theme. Remember that theme is not subject matter. Theme is totally different from the subject matter. Whatever you learn from a literary work is what we call theme. What that work is teaching about life is what we call theme. So what did you learn from this poem now? Options we have non-peaceful nature of love, option A. Option B, we have diminishing nature of love. Option C, we have permanence of love. Option D, we have decaying nature of wood. So which one is the right answer? The right answer is option A. Now, when you go through the poem, you will find out that the right answer is A. The poet said, the body perishes, the heart stays young. It entails that no matter how old you are, someone that you love, you still love that person. Last line is, no lover is peaceful while the rival weeps. Which is true. That is to tell you that it goes, in any issue that related to that, there must be a time of crisis and a time of happiness also. The right answer there is non-peaceful nature of love. Option A.